I want to do a quick market recap explaining how I took this entry at this point, because today is on a Monday, the first trading day this week so far. And again, today the market has been so slow because this gold market has been consolidating around this area since morning, since the opening of the London session. Then right now in the evening, we've seen this market pushing all the way down to that area down there. So I want to explain how I saw this entry and probably what I was looking before I decided to go in for longs, for buys in this market. So as obvious, the first thing that I normally do is I understand what the market has been doing from the bigger time frame. Then again, because when trading, you have to understand what the market is doing from all perspectives before you decide to take your entries in the market. So like right now, I'll go to the daily time frame and show you what the market has been doing from the previous week. I already have my structures. Drawn, so I won't delete them. I'll just explain them. Looking at this market, you see we are on a downtrend from this bigger time frame. We are on a downtrend whereby we've been having this impulse move. Then we had a correction. Then we having this impulse move at this point. So right now, what's happening? The market is giving us a correction. That's from the daily time frame. And you see from the daily time frame, all the structures are giving us bearish signals at this point. So which means in the long run we're looking to be shorting this market all the way from up here probably to this area down here and all the way down here again. So that's what we're looking at the moment. I'll go to the 4-hour time frame and show you again how the market is looking from there. So this is what my 4-hour time frame is looking like. This is what my 4-hour time frame is looking like. So you see, we had this impulse move all the way from this part over here down here, because you see this was a strong resistance that we had from the monthly time frame, and you see we're having this impulse leg at this point. Then after this impulse leg, obviously we must have a correction. So this is the correction that we had at this point. We saw this market consolidating around this area for quite some time before it gave us another impulse leg at this point. See, we have this impulse move at this point whereby the market, after giving us this impulse leg at this point, you see the market is consolidating around this area again. So this from the 4-hour time frame and the daily time frame. I want us to look at this market again. Consolidating around this area is creating these higher highs and higher lows, higher highs. We have this higher low down here. So the market is still playing around this area. And again, if you look around this area, the reason why I took my buy entry at this point, if you look around this area, let me first of all go to the okay, let me just explain from here. If you look around this area at this point, we have this left shoulder at this point. Then again, we have a right shoulder at this point, whereby we're seeing this market playing around this area. Then again, but for me to take this entry, I was looking at it from the smaller time frames, because you understand at this point the market is still in a correction. Yeah, the market is still in a correction. But now, even if we are on a downtrend from the bigger time frames, when you look at the market from the 4-hour time frame and the 1-hour time frame, the market gives us these kind of bearish structures at this point. So you see at this point, this is the 1-hour time frame. At this point, the market is giving us these kind of bearish structures at that point. Then again, if you look at it from this 4-hour time frame, at this point, we're having this uptrend inside this point. We having this uptrend at this point. Then again, let me go to the 1-hour time frame and show you again what is happening there. So this is the trend line that we have from the 1-hour time frame. You see, we had this impulse leg at this point. So this is an impulse leg that the market gave out at this point. We have this impulse leg. This impulse leg at this point. Then we see after the market giving us this impulse leg. So what is happening at this point? I was looking at this as a correction, this impulse leg where the market had already given us this from the 1-hour time frame. That's why. So looking at this market at this point, then again, I took out my Fibonacci tool. And after taking out my Fibonacci tool, I decided to measure and see which area maybe probably this market might retrace towards. And again, if you look at this point down here, this is the 5061 area where this market is reacting to. So this is a 5061 area at this point. Let me just show you using my Fib tool. measuring this retracement all the way from up here. So this is a 50-61 area, 50-61 area at this point, and you see still the market is reacting to this area at this point. So looking at this market rejecting around this 50% area at this point, so I decided to see how it plays out, then probably see if I could get my entries at that point. And again, I've told you we have the downtrend that we have at this point. So I was looking how the market was reacting around that area. So I went down to the smaller time frames again, further to the smaller time frame, which was the 15 minutes time frame. I saw this market coming up and giving me this double bottom at this point. We had this double bottom at this point. After it had given me this double bottom at this point, I waited for this market to break above the neckline of this double bottom, then giving me that break of structure at this point, which is you can normally call it change of character. Then after seeing this market breaking above this area, so I wanted a confirmation, and normally I look for my confirmations from the bigger time frame, like the 1 hour time frame. So I waited for this market to give me a confirmation from the 1 hour time frame, but again looking from the 30 minutes time frame, the market gave me this confirmation because this candlestick closed bullish at this point. You see, we closed above this area with this bullish engulfing candlestick at that point. So again, I waited to see what the 1 hour will do at that point. So looking at the 1 hour, again the 1 hour time frame did close above that area. So I decided to take my buy entry at this point. I took my buy entry at this point, having my take profit one at this point. Over here, this was about 54 pips. Then my take profit 2 at this point. Then my third take profit at this point, because I was expecting this market to continue pushing all the way up here. So that's what I was looking for. Then we see this market did play around that area for quite some time. Went down. It went down, gave us a double bottom from this 1 hour time frame. Then after giving this double bottom at this point, it went up again to this area. Then going to the smaller time frame, I saw this market rejecting around this area. But it did smash our take profit one at this point. That was about 53 pips, actually 54 pips. It did smash our take profit, so which means if you are a scalper having 54 pips, that's good for you. You should just get out of the market. So I told my guys in the private and also in the free Telegram channel to close their entries at this point, because this was where we had our first take profit, and our first take profit was smashed out. And again, looking at this market rejecting around this area, so I decided to take my profit at this point and close all my entries at this point. And you see, immediately after closing my entry at this point, the market started giving us this bearish this strong bearish move at this point, going all the way to where we had our stop loss at that point. So you see, still the market is reacting around this area. So what I'm expecting this market to be doing, still this market is on a downtrend at this point, because you see, still from this 1 hour time frame and 15 minutes time frame, still the market is playing around these areas, trying to respect these structures, because at this point it gave us the second touch at this point. After giving us a second touch, pushed all the way down, and again you see it has broken below this area that we are having at this point. So which means there is a probability of this market going all the way to test this support that we have all the way down here, because we have a support down here from the 4 hour time frame. Let me show you. There's a support that we have all the way down here from the 4 hour time frame. So there's a possibility of this market coming all the way to this area. Then after this, we'll see how the market will react around this area, and probably we might have a few buy entries from this point again. All the way up here, before we start looking for our sell entries for that big move all the way down there, because we're expecting that impulse move to be happening sooner or later. So that's what I'm looking at. That's how I've been looking at the market today. So I did take that entry. We didn't take a loss at this point, because you see, we got out early, because this market started rejecting around this area, and seeing those kind of rejections the whole day, I decided to get out of the market, which means I secured a little bit of profit, though not much. It didn't hit all my targets, but it's still okay. I wasn't in a loss. So that's all for today. So this is Profit and signing out. Make sure if you're not in my Telegram channel, make sure you go check it out, and also you can go follow me on TradingView, so that you can be getting these insights whenever I give them out. And also